Breaker's off. We're gonna check it. Got no power. No power. I should not electrocute myself. Unscrew it. There's a screw on the top. And pull it out. You got your grounding wire down here. These are your hot wires. And then these are your neutral wires.
Just the wire colors.
Yeah, so black is hot, white is neutral, and then your copper wire is your grounding wire. And then you cut them. Or you can use that tool Dad did, put it in here somewhere and break it free. I like to cut it. I feel like it's easier. For a moment I thought about joking with you, pretending I got shocked. I advised against that.
Yeah.
And then unscrew this to get your grounding wire out. This one's built, they're all different depending on what outlet you get. This one's different. This one doesn't have, like this one's got 2 prongs over here, 2 entries over here, 2 over here. This one just has the one side. So you're looking for, I should put my flash on my phone. But back here it says hot and white. So your 2 hot wires are going to go right here, and your 2 white wires are going to go right here. And then that's your ground. So we need to strip these. So pull the wire out. And you need about, no, a little bit more.
First you have to find the right size.
Yeah, first you gotta find the right size. Dang. So you want just enough that you can put it in really well of exposed wire, but not too much that it's got exposed wire sticking out. And after you do a couple, you'll see how much. I always think of the Polar Express. Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. I'm doing this.
Okay, I would not have thought of that.
Oh, my brain goes. Okay, so once you have your neutrals and your hots, the wire exposed, then you grab your new one, and then, I don't know if you can see it, but it says hot and white. So the white ones, just kind of bend them so it's easier to work with.
Doesn't matter which ones you attach first?
No, those 2 there. And I don't know if you can get in closer to this to see it better, but then what I do is I get the screwdriver and I bring it down. Not too tight because you won't be able to get it under, but I get it a little bit closer. And then I put it under. So you don't want the wire exposed, you want the rubber piece. But just like that. So the rubber's only showing, the wire's tucked in there nicely. And then you try and hold this. And you screw it so it clamps. You're getting it tight on there so your wires don't back out. And then I pull on it really good, make sure they're in there good, and they're good. And then stick that one in. Oh yeah, sometimes these come pretty loose and sometimes they come tight. Tighten it down. Like that. Again, pull on these, they're not coming out, they're good. Okay, now we're gonna put the grounding wire on. So the pretty copper one, and then always go, so you got like the hook, you always, because we're gonna screw clockwise, always put it on like that. You kind of pull it under, tuck it, and then hold it. So when you tighten it, it's not backing off. Again, I try to pull on that. It's good. And then when you go to put it in, make sure you put it the right way and not upside down. And then you just kind of...
How can you tell what's the top and what's the bottom?
The bottom hole.
Okay.
So like if you think about it, you normally put it in with the 2 at the top and the 1 at the bottom. So that's what you're aiming for. And if you put it upside down, you put it upside down, but it'll just annoy people. And you're trying to push these wires in and kind of tuck them. And then you want to try and shove this in as much as you can not use the screws as your anchoring. And then once you get that in, so just so it doesn't put a bunch of pressure on those screws. And then once you've got the wires folded nicely, there is a hole at the top here and a hole at the top here for the screw in the frame, because there's a box in there. That's the actual frame for this. And you line it up with those. I'm like an old person trying to see this though right now. There we go, now I can see. Probably shouldn't have done my nails before doing this. That was not the smartest thing in the world.
I was just thinking how impressive it is that you're doing this with those nails.
FYI, don't do your nails before doing this. And then just kind of wiggle it. Oh, see, it's still loose up there. So we'll tighten this one. Because you don't want it loose, because otherwise every time you pull and put something in and pull it out, pull it in, it's going to be loose and it's going to annoy you. And yeah, okay. Then switch the breaker on, and then what you're wanting is hopefully these two orange lights, at least with this meter, it'll tell you on the top here, these two only. If a red comes on, something's wrong with the circuit, and we got to figure it out.
And we have power. So that means that she hooked it up all right, because those two orange ones are on. And she just turned the power off again, so she can finish the job.
No.
Found something different about that one. What was it?
This one only has one hot wire and one neutral wire, and then your grounding wire. So when you do these ones, your hot wire goes to your brass screw and your neutral wire goes to your silver screw. And it doesn't matter which one you put it in, and you'll have an empty one. That's it.